Central Red Devils coach is Cody Flournoy, who I happen to have a special relationship. I've known Coach Flournoy a long time and has followed his career when he went to Jackson. A little bit of part of that, and I'm proud of him. Glad to have him back in East Alabama. Not real thrilled that he's at Central. I don't mean that anything towards you guys. I just, that's a little joke there. He's at a fine school, Central High School. Last year, his Red Devils went 11-2 and 7-0 in the region. Coach Flournoy won the MM State Championship at Jackson High School, but now he's at Central. I'll bring the microphone, Cody Flournoy.
Hey guys, I'm so glad to be back in this area. I don't know, I've been shaking hands a lot, but more just being at home means more hugs, and so D-Mark's got a special part in my story because his brother was at Jackson. They were down there when they needed a coach. D-Mark knew me and spoke highly of me and gave me a hand down there. But even the Beulah Bobcats that were up here before that's where I started my head coaching career. Of course, I was a defensive coordinator at Smith Station long before that with Van back there, and he was calling games. And Van, I think you were on that call with the Enterprise call, wasn't you, on the Hail Mary down there? And so those things are special memories to me, special moments in my career. And of course, I'm glad to be back at home. I eat dinner with my mom and dad on a random weeknight, and that's something that, as great as Jackson was to me and my family, it's something that we couldn't do 3.5 hours away. So I'm so excited to be home, and I'm excited to be a Central Red Devil. This is my third stint at Central High School in Phenix City, and one of the things I want to let everybody know is that the standard hadn't changed. Central-Phenix City is a top 50 national program. That's not something that I say. It's something that is proven by other media outlets. And so how do you get to that point, and what's the point of me saying that? Well, it's that this program has been good for a long time. I worked for Ron Nelson there originally and went back and worked with Jamie Dubose. This current run that Central's on kind of started with Coach Dubose and Tommy Vickers as a principal and Randy Wilkes as the superintendent. And credit to all the administration that's there now because they kept it going. Even when Coach Dubose stepped out and Coach Nix come in, and the standard's been set. And that's what I'm going to say. It's not one coach here that makes this program great at Central. It's just everybody buying in and pointing to the right direction where we want to be at. And again, that's led to a lot of success over these last several years. So about a 15-year run where Central's been really, really good. These guys I got with me today, they're seniors. One of the things I've talked to about coming in with our seniors is that, hey, you guys have actually invested more in this program than I have. Now, I know how to get there to the top. Coming off back-to-back championship seasons at my previous school with Jackson, but these guys have put that work in at Central. So our seniors are the leaders here. They're the leaders for us, and for them, we're going to go as they go. Now, talking about Central specifically, offense is going to be kind of what we lean on, especially early. We returned 10 of 11 starters. The guys that are coming up and playing for us seen playing time last year, but probably the strength of our offense is going to be our offensive line. We got JT Williams here, Miami commit. He anchors our offensive line. We got 4 seniors on the offensive line, and through the summer workouts, they've been the best group that we've had. Also on offense, we're led by Bobby Coleman. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today. He's out visiting his brother before the season's out, so he's out in Texas right now. And then, but probably if you had one person that, as part of the offense goes, that you could say was the engine of our offense is our running back, and he's here today, number 2, Jay-Sean Woodhouse. And for him, he was a 1,600-yard back. He was a finalist for back of the year last year in 7A. And of course, we expect him to be so again here in 6A. So, just offensively, we're going to have to score early. Defensively, we returned 3 starters. One of the guys that played a big role for us last year is our defensive tackle, Elijah Stevens Evans. He just recently committed to Albany State, so we're excited for him to be able to continue his education and football career up there. But these are a couple of seniors. We have 34 seniors on the roster, 120 kids, 10 through 12. That's playing football for us right now, but that's just kind of the numbers that 7A, 6A programs are used to. And so, you know, as far as us, you can ask a lot of questions like, hey, what's the biggest game on the schedule and stuff? And, you know, I don't know, Opelika's sitting in there. I'll say Opelika is because that'll be one of our first big region matchups. But, you know, the next one for us is Thompson. It's the first one. It's the next one. It's the team that beat us last year in the playoffs. We lost on a 2-point conversion. And so we got to, I don't know, I think these guys got a chip on their shoulder. They don't like it when I talk about the 2-point conversion play, especially Jay Shawn, for some reason. He got tackled short. But good play by them, good play call. Just Thompson executed. Of course, everybody in this room wearing the red and black, you guys included, y'all know about Thompson, and so they're a juggernaut, but we're gonna take a piece of them there in game one. More importantly, one of the messages I've been talking to our coaches about is, hey, we got to go into game one to get better because we want to play it in the last game, and that'd be the championship game. So the thing that we know, we got to be ready when that mid-season. We got Opelika-Auburn back-to-back weeks, games 4 and 5 for us. So we got to be ready by then. So game one's big. It's the next one. It's Thompson. It's a statewide TV game, and all the bells and whistles are going to be there. They've got great players, defending state champ. So we got to be ready for them. But in reality, we got to win our region, and so that's kind of been the focus amongst our coaches. Without overlooking or bypassing any game. Of course, you can't overlook Thompson, but early part of our schedule, we're just trying to get to the mid-year. So we got Thompson, Pell City. I don't know what's going on with Pell City. They had a big meeting today, I seen, and so maybe when they get some more news, we'll have a better game plan on how to attack them. We got Jag and then Opelika-Auburn. So. You know, this first part of our season, it's going to see, hey, how good of a coach is Coach Flournoy and what's his version of the Red Devils look like. But, you know, in my opinion, it's going to be business as usual for us. We're going to play a high level of football. We kept a lot of our coordinators and assistant coaches the same. We got a lot of returners on offense for sure. So we need to go score some points early. Offensively, we'll be led by Montressa Kirby. He's our offensive coordinator. He was a state champion quarterback for Anniston. He still holds passing records, I think, at Jacksonville State. Played some semi-pro arena ball and has been coaching for a while. He coached a long time down in Tuskegee. Our defensive coordinator is going to be Adrian Lyles. Adrian, of course, he played, graduated Central. He's been over there 20 plus years. His son was the defensive player of the year last year. Tristan, which is up at Jacksonville State now, had 20 sacks, set the record for sacks. So, you know, I say a lot of this stuff, but the big point that I want to make for us and the Central Red Devils is, hey, I know what the standard is. We got a lot of support. We got good players, and there's no reason why we should not continue to be the team that everybody thinks of us as. So, thank you guys.
Good afternoon, Coach. Obviously, you have a championship pedigree of your own coming from your time at Jackson, and this is you're inheriting a team that was one play away from playing for a state championship. What have you learned about this team so far, and what have they taught you?
Yeah, so I was hired at the end of January, and I credit our administration for moving that process really quickly. Coach Nix did a great job. This program's in good hands. So that's kind of the first thing. Kind of what happens naturally every year when you got a new team, and it's that January time is you're looking for leadership because a group of seniors have left, and so a new group has taken over and taken control. So. That's kind of what our off season was. It's just finding out who's going to be the leaders of this team, who's going to step up and play. And what I found is, and as expected, they've got good players, good guys, and they're ready to go. So, you know, I can't say enough about our quarterback, Bobby Coleman, BJ. So he's going to touch the ball every snap. Quarterback job's tough. Everybody's expecting him. He's got a big brother that's done great things, and so he's kind of been in that shadow, but he handles it well. He's well spoken, and I hate he couldn't be here today, but you know, he's one of our guys that we're going to depend on, and we'll go as he goes. We talked about his last game against Thompson, and it was not a very good game, and he's itching to get back out there. But as bad as the game was, he was the reason why they got back into the game too, and had a chance to win there. You know, on 2-point conversion play. So, you know, I think they've done good just owning that, being mature, and just taking those natural steps that every team has to take every year. But you know, it's a fun group to be around because they just play at a high level. We got a bunch of high level coaches and just picking up little football, and that's fun to be around.
Coach and players. Coach, first, how are you able to earn the players' trust, and then for the players, how are you able to buy into what the new coaching staff is kind of teaching them?
Yeah. So one of the good things, being down at Jackson, and you guys that follow this stuff know this stuff, but my tailback last year, he was Mr. Football. He's playing for the Alabama Crimson Tide. I expect him to play this year for them, if not start. Landon Duckworth was a quarterback down there. He signed with South Carolina. We had 2 guys that signed with North Carolina. And I'm saying all that to say that coaching them guys down there, I would say it was very like Central is here. Similar type talent, similar type guys. People that love football on the weekends when everybody's, I don't know, sitting in the air conditioning, our guys are out there working the same way it was down in Jackson. And so winning back-to-back championships really helps establish that pedigree and coaching those high-level guys, because we're in a different era now with our NIL, with the transfer portal, with high-level quarterbacks and that stuff, and I've been through that. And so it was kind of unique to see, because I came in at the end of January, and some of the same coaches that were recruiting us down at Jackson were recruiting us up here at Central. And so I had those relationships already built, and I think the transition was easy on my part, and I think that gave me, with our players, just instant credibility. Now, you know, the first month I'm still trying to figure out who's who and trying to learn everybody's name, and some of that stuff comes. But just being around the guys. So now we had a winter workout all season. We went through spring training, and we just finished our last summer workout yesterday, and we ended up with some slip and slides. So kind of sliding out of summer and getting in ready for the season. But I think just spending time with them, being around them, you know, you just earn their trust, learn who they are, learn who your leaders are, learn who's going to be able to talk well in the interview, and who's going to represent us well. And so, again, can't say enough about Coach Nick's just preparing these guys to this point. So it's been an easy transition.
All right, guys, come up here and answer that question about how it is buying in Coach Flournoy. I know he's got 2 state titles. I believe it's 2, at least 2.
You ask the question again?
Yeah, but he talked about gaining y'all's trust, and then she had a question about you guys gaining the trust of Coach and what he brings to the table.
We believe in Coach Flo, and we just trust him, and his record speaks for itself. So,
Tell us your name, buddy.
Tutorial Williams, I play left tackle.
Little bitty fella. All right, next one up. Coach, you got little guys over there, man.
What the question was?
Say your name first.
My name is Medja.
And talk about playing for Coach Flournoy. New coach comes in, he's got 2 state titles under his belt. What does that mean to you?
He's a great coach. When he came in, he was ready to work. He lead us right, and he just tell us right from wrong. Day by day, we just grind, get out there.
You ready for the season?
Yes, sir.
Tough ending last year, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Ready to reach in it back this year?
Yes, sir.
All right, next player up. Tell us your name and about playing for Coach Flournoy. Coach Flo, excuse me.
Jason Wells, running back. I feel like Coach is a good coach. Of coming off back-to-back state championship, I feel like we have a big chip on our shoulders because of the game we lost last year. But I feel like we can capitalize off his wins and make sure that we all just buy into what he got going on for us and just trust and believe in each other.
Thank you. Coach Flournoy, thank you for coming over here and being a part of this. Central has been here the last several years, and we really appreciate you.
And just real quick, thanks First Baptist Opelika. My daughter goes here, and just continue prayer for you guys here with your pastor service and everything. And we've talked about this too. I think I was at the first one of these here several years ago. So
that's right.
With Beulah.
Either you were. I forgot about that.
A lot of good stuff. Just really thankful for everybody. Good luck to all the coaches and players, and we'll look to have a good season. Thank you guys. Go Red Devils.
Thank you, Central High School Coach Cody Flournoy.